Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your tarot session. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're doing good. This is the fourth time I try to record your reading. There was always something happening. I forgot to press record, then the other candle I lit just died on me, and I was like, no, I need my little candle burning. So I don't know what's happening. Usually I just start and honor whatever comes through, but I felt like the energy was a little messy, but it was still sweet. Very interesting. The cards that came through: Queen of Swords, Sun card, the light of something, the entry point of something sweet after a messy time. Okay, let's see. What is the general energy in the present moment so Sagittarius can set themselves up for the best aligned future? Sag. Page of Cups. Oh, and the Five of Pentacles. Interesting. There's something I read this morning. I think it was like this little Buddhist thing. Forgive and be free. Forget that you forgave and be freer. There's something that resonated a lot with your energy because I remembered it when I started recording. Page of Cups and Five of Pentacles. There's something here. I think that you've worked for a very long time on forgiveness, forgiving another person, maybe forgiving yourself for things that you did in the past that are not aligned with who you are anymore. And with the Page of Cups, there's brand new energies surrounding you. And it's sweet and peaceful. But again, I felt like there was a little bit of messiness, and the Five of Pentacles expresses that beautifully. So the body holds the count, hey? We all know that. When we go through a lot and when we heal and forgive and whatever experiences, the body remembers. And the Five of Pentacles speaks a lot about that. It is connected to the body. It's an uncomfortable feeling that you might experience right now. Again, I think it's connected to forgiveness and maybe something that happened with, it could be a family member, someone that you were committed to, and you're just trying to focus on sweetness and joy right now. And it might be a little bit challenging to tap into joy, to focus your energy, your mind on what is sweet in your life, because there's a lot. And again, the body remembers. I don't know if you're feeling drained, if you're having a hard time sleeping maybe, but there's something here that says things are gonna get better. Things are gonna get sweeter and more fun for you, because the pages in the tarot are about simplifying. So we go back to the source, we go back to the roots with that card. And look what's here. The card of the year, the Strength card, which is all about reclaiming our light. And I love this for you. It makes so much sense. You're getting out of a rut. You're getting out of very messy times. And I think you've been in the process of that for a long time now. Figuring out what is this new reality for you, and again, trying to focus as much as possible on what is sweet and joy. And it's not about good vibes only. It's not about sugarcoating or forcing something to be good. It's not about that. It's about making space for it. And I think this is what the Strength card is trying to teach all of us this year, is when we choose to see the positive side of something, to see the beauty in something, it's not that we're discrediting the difficulties and what can be challenging. We're just making space for something new, for something better. And that's lovely. Hope. Hope is a big word for Sagittarius right now. I feel like every time I check in with you guys and every time I start reading for Sagittarius, there's this sense of hope about something. And I think this is something you're actively working on, having more hope for the future. Okay. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles and Seven of Cups, keeping your options open. And instead of trying to force things to happen, instead of obsessing over, okay, I need to find a partner, I need more money, I need this to happen, you're opening your heart to possibilities, to infinite possibilities here. And I like that. It feels like you're not too obsessed or focused on one specific thing. I think you're ready for the universe to surprise you a little bit with something sweet, something nice. And the Ace of Pentacles is here. I like that. I feel like in the next few weeks, there could be an invitation to join strengths with someone, to share something with another person, and it feels like a gift. And it's someone that you love and value. There's reciprocity here. And I think it's going to come up as a surprise with the Seven of Cups. There's this element of surprise. Also, Page of Cups to me can be very sweet, very surprising. A nice gesture from another person. Okay, what is the Ace of Pentacles? Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles for Sagittarius. We have the Justice card. Okay, yeah. So this theme of forgiveness, it still wants to come through, and I have to honor it. I cannot ignore, especially when the Justice card is here, because this card is when everyone wins. And this is a lesson I learned recently working with the Justice card, because this is a card that always left me more confused. Every time I pick the Justice card for myself, I'm like, why am I more confused now? This is not answering anything. I used to have a weird relationship with that card, and now like something clicked for me. This feeling of we can only gauge. We can only try different things in order to find a little bit of balance in our lives. And this thing that I just said, it's not about who wins, it's about everyone winning. And sometimes it's better for us as humans, especially here that I'm seeing that your body is a little affected by all the energies and everything it's been through. Sometimes we have to let other people win and accept that a win for them might be that they're getting help finally. It might be that you're disconnecting from them or you're letting them go. Whatever the outcome is, I think here there's just no fight. You don't have time or energy to fight anymore. And this is something that's been coming up a lot in your reading, Sag. This complete surrendering. You're not here to win. You're not here to have people say Sagittarius is the best. Sagittarius win. They're right. They were always right. It's not about who's right and who's wrong. Again, I think that this sense of freedom and just literally forgetting the fact that you had to forgive so many times and finding peace with that. And of course, it's not always fair. And that's the thing. But I feel like when I'm thinking about what true freedom is, the real sense of freedom to me is not needing to hurt another person back, even if what they did was horrific, even if it is so not aligned with who you are and your values, even if you suffered, to not have this need to hurt another person back is freedom. So something changed in your energy. The way you transform negative feelings now is completely different. And yeah, there's peace. It feels like this whole year for you is about your heart opening even more, like a lotus flower, more compassion for yourself and others. And the Two of Wands is here. So the timing of things. There's something about accepting the timing of things. And even if we ask ourselves so many questions like, why? Why did this happen to me? Why did I have to go through this at my age or at a certain time? We're questioning the timing of things and we have no control. Again, this is all connected to you surrendering. Just like nature, everything changes, everything dies and is reborn, and there's just this constant cycle happening here. And we all know this. We all know that we cannot force a flower to bloom. We cannot force a season to change. We cannot force ourselves into healing faster, but we still pressure ourselves. But there's this letting go of pressure here. And I think it's going to take a while for you to adjust to this new reality because, again, your body held the count. Your body knows. So your nervous system, and again, I felt like maybe your sleep was a little rough right now. And I think it's all going to come back to a normal state, to a more balanced state. Okay, tell me more. Hermit is here. Hermit is the present moment. Again, it's trusting our own wisdom and knowing that we are our own wise teacher. And I noticed that this card comes up a lot when I'm looking for answers. I'm looking for answers outside of myself. And I'm just sharing about my own experiences because I've lived the hermit energy so many times. And I noticed that whenever I'm trying to figure out things, let's say I'm really into astrology sometimes and I want to know more, I'm trying to predict, I need a confirmation that everything's going to be okay, I pick the Hermit card a lot. And it always reminds me that I already have the answers. I already know that the future isn't fixed. And that even if I'm looking for answers outside of myself, everyone is different. So the way astrology, let's say, is dictating how my future will be or who I am, or if I listen to a video and I try to figure out something about me, it's more information. It's good. It's always nice to learn. It's always important to stay curious, but we have to still listen to ourselves. It's important to not make another person's teaching our end all be all. So the Hermit is like, hey, our lantern is showing us right here the next step. The Hermit is carrying the lantern always. So there's no way I can predict the future. There's no way I can know for sure what's going to happen. So the focus needs to be on the next step. The focus needs to be on the day to day. And this is a practice. Again, I feel like there's something here in your reading that's like, you know all of this. You've learned all the lessons. But now you need to keep up with the practice of applying those lessons. Especially when it comes to spiritual work, we forget. We learn big lessons and then it's like this huge haha moment and we're like, what? And we forget. And look at that, we have the Knight here, the Knight of Swords. So all the lessons. Can you move in the world applying those things, being careful And I think that there's a confirmation in this reading that you are trying your best to be the truest version of yourself. You're not looking to be the best version of yourself. You want to be the truest version of yourself. And this is another theme for this year. It keeps coming up. And the themes in tarot readings recently, they keep repeating. We see the same cards, same messages that comes through because we need to remember. We consume so much information. Continuously listening to podcasts and reading books and wanting to, again, know so much. But at one point, we need to live our lives and apply those things. And we need to make our own mistakes and trust our own wisdom a little bit. So how can you tap a little bit more into your own wisdom and just detach a little bit from everything you're consuming and everything you're hearing and seeing? Finding a healthy balance here. We have the Two of Cups and we have the Knight of Cups. So the quality of movement, we have two knights here. The qualities of your interaction. And it's interesting how the knight is turning its back here on this person. There could be feelings of loneliness that you're dealing with right now. I'm trying to be a good friend, a good mom, a good caretaker, a good ally, but I feel like people are not always receptive to the love I have to give or the energy I want to invest in a relationship. And that also requires a lot of acceptance and a lot of patience, because sometimes we're like, okay, I just want to reconnect with other humans. I just want to be a better human and solidify the connections I have, but not everyone is ready. Not everyone is receptive. And that's okay. We cannot force ourselves into, healing faster, evolving faster, and we can definitely not force other people to be receptive, to navigate the world the same way that we do. There's a little bit of a disconnect here. Feelings of, again, loneliness. But I think that when we deal with loneliness, which is something that everyone is dealing with right now, it's a theme that, I feel like everyone I talk to is like, I'm feeling alone. I know I'm experiencing it in my own way. But there's a difference between loneliness and solitude. And I think that we can learn so much about ourselves when we deal with solitude, when we spend time alone. And I think there's a lot of value here to be able to work with ourselves and to let other people evolve in their own timing. Again, the Two of Wands is at the heart of this reading, and it's very connected to rhythm and timing for me. So there's something here. There's a reason why the two knights are turning their back on this energy here, which Two of Cups to me is like the soulmate in the mirror. It's the relationship you have with yourself. So there's a lot you want to express. There's probably a lot you want to share with other people right now, again, because it seems like you're learning so much and evolving very fast, very rapidly. But it's hard to connect to other humans. It really is. It feels like I have to validate that for you. Yeah, people are dealing with their own things. People are not always receptive in a way that you would want them to be. And that's okay. Let's dive deeper. I want to know more about what is opening for you, especially the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. My eyes keep going back to the Seven of Pentacles because there's options. There's something here. We have, yeah, the Magician. Okay, that's it. There's a new beginning in the next few weeks. And I think the number 7 is important. It could be the month of July. It could be in 7 days, 7 weeks. But I think the number 7 is very important. Again, my eyes keep going there. A new beginning. And it is requiring you to open up with the Queen of Cups. There could be a moment where you feel truly that receptivity that you've been craving with another person. Someone seeing you, hearing you, and it feels good. It really fills you up with joy. And there's going to be this huge release. Okay, finally I can connect. I feel like I'm not alone. I know now that I'm not alone, and there's something here to explore, something worth exploring. Something that is deeper than you know. So there's going to be the first spark. Again, some type of a gift, an invitation of some sort, a first look, a first conversation, a first time doing something. And this is going to bring up a lot of feelings, all sorts of feelings. It's like, I'm feeling that you could be a little bit shaky when it comes to first time right now. It's exciting. There's the sense of a new adventure, but there's also the sense of like mystery, the unknown. What if I get hurt? What if I trust and get betrayed? What if something happens and I lose something or I miss out on something? I think there's so much feelings coming up attached to this first time. And for some reason, I don't want to say new beginning. I really want to say a first time. It could be a first date. It could be a first job in a new field. It comes through as an invitation. And it gets you so excited. But again, you're going to experience the whole spectrum of emotions. And it is deeper than you know. It's the beginning of something worth taking a risk for. Okay, I don't know why I heard that, but Ace of Wands, yeah, this is it. The green light. The biggest yes in the tarot. Again, it's not something that I say a lot in readings. I don't think I've ever invited someone to take a risk. And of course, I want you to be extra careful and not put yourself in any dangerous situation. I think you know that, but there's something here. It could be a person or again, an invitation for a new job or a different hobby. It's worth taking the risk. The risk, could it be the risk of getting hurt? I think this is something that we risk all the time. Anytime we're trusting someone, we're getting vulnerable, we're opening, there's the risk here that we might get hurt. There's the risk that we might, we might be disappointed, but it is worth it. So notice how you feel. Notice how you feel in the next few weeks when you experience a first time, the spark of something new. And how risky it feels. What type of feelings is it stirring up within you? And with the 5 of Pentacles, I would say listen to your body. Listen to your body. How is your body reacting around this new person? Or just hearing about this opportunity? How does your body feel? I think it's important. I think that a lot of your wisdom comes through how connected you are to your body. Okay, and we have the Emperor and the 10 of Swords. So in order to make space for this new energy, which will require a lot of time, a lot of investment from you, in order to make space for that, there's going to be a major release. So something needs to be adjusted. The 10 of Swords feels like a huge mental cleanup. And I'm going back to this sense of forgiveness that for your greater good, you are ready to completely let go of something that happened in the past. And I feel like this is something that you once told yourself, I will never forget this. I will never forgive. I will never forget. And this is not about reconciliation or necessarily reconnecting with someone, but there's blame here. Either you're blaming yourself or you could be blaming another person, which the way I see Sagittarius is never like someone who is a victim or blames other people. You're always very careful, Sagittarius, when you speak of your experience, and I have a lot of respect for that. I'm hearing your secrets are safe with me. Yeah, this is so Sagittarius. All of our secrets are safe with Sag. That I know in my heart from experience. But again, what are you ready to clear? Letting go looks good on you. Letting go feels amazing right now. It really is, because with the Emperor, we're taking up space. And something new in your life is about to take up so much space. So whatever new is starting, whatever new person or new energy invitation is showing up, the most important thing right now is to not judge on preconceived idea, on your past experiences. I think that there's a complete letting go of the past. It's a new timeline that's starting for you. It's not a new chapter, it's a new book. And I'm sure you heard me say that before, but the Ten of Swords, it really makes me think of that, especially with the Emperor here, which is a new beginning. I need to pick oracle cards. I need to have words connected with everything I'm feeling right now. So can you make a little bit of sense of all that we've talked about for Sagittarius? Sag, 2 cards, okay. We have Daybreak and the Seeker. It's time to fearlessly embrace a new adventure. Absolutely. There's a lot of new energy here. Something is calling you to just say yes again. It's worth the risk. It really is. Redirect, recharge, and allow. Allowing something to happen. Allowing someone to see you, to hear you, to take care of you. You don't need to give all yourself. You don't need to change who you are. You don't need to reinvent yourself. You need to embrace this new story. And we have Daybreak. Look beyond the facade of what seems obvious. So with the 7 of Cups, usually this card comes up when we're fixating on something. Again, if you clicked on this video and you were like, I need to know if I will find love. I need to know if my ex will reach out. I need to know if I'm going to get money, if I'm going to get this or that. Which all of those things are valid, but they are usually what readers talk about to flatter people's ego, to have them come back to their readings and click on the reading, which is completely the opposite of what I'm trying to do with my work. So chances are, if you're still listening, if you're still watching this reading, you weren't necessarily looking for that. Maybe there's something different that you tapped into here, and that makes me very happy. Again, looking beyond the facade of what seems obvious. You might think that you need something right now, something very specific to be complete, to be happier, to give more meaning to your life. But there's a new door that's ready to open, that's ready to surprise you. And it's completely different. It is way deeper than what you were looking for. So let yourself be surprised. I think in the past there was a reading for Sagittarius called, Do You Believe in Magic? And this is reminding me of this reading. Do you believe in magic? If you have forgotten how magical life can be, I think that you're going to get a pleasant surprise here. But again, the challenge in this reading, because there's not much challenging energy. The challenging energy is in the past. Again, as I said, the body holds the count. Give yourself a little bit of time. Even if you feel like this is all you do is wait and be patient and give yourself time. It's okay. You are worth it. Your health, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, it is worth the time and the investment. Always. Our health is always worth the investment. So whatever you know in your heart is ready to be addressed, is ready to be improved, even if it's just 1, 5, 10%. Work on that. Focus on that. Remember the hermit and his lantern. He's shining a light on what is here. Very connected to the body also. So make it a priority to add a little bit more ease in your life in any way that you can. Again, remember, it's always worth it to invest in you, in your health especially. And I know that sometimes we don't have the resources, depending also on where you live in the world. It's easier said than done to invest in our health. But whatever is accessible to you is enough right now. It could be a little bit more time outside, more sun, more water, more fresh air, less social media, less TV, more reading, more breathing, more meditating. All of those things are accessible to you. So when we initiate that, then I feel like it becomes easier to find more balance. So I'm sending love, Sagittarius. I feel like I could have talked with you guys for another hour, but I want to give you the time to digest this energy, and I can't wait to read for you next week. So make sure to stay tuned. Bye, Sag. Take care.